The Runaway Iceberg, a Twinkl original. "Land ahoy!" shouted Rossi, looking out to the sea with her telescope. "Shall we dive in and explore, Captain?" "You know I don't like swimming," Gasper said with a sigh. Suddenly, a cracking sound came from below them. Before they had realized what was happening, a chunk of ice had broken off, and Gasper and Rossi were floating out to the sea on the iceberg. "Quick, swim!" shouted Rossi, but Gasper was afraid. "I can't," he cried, peering into the deep dark sea below. The iceberg floated out further and further until they could no longer see land. "What are we going to do?" asked Gasper, trembling. "How will we ever get back?" "We're brave explorers, remember," said Rossi, holding Gasper's flippers. "We'll find a way." Gasper took a deep breath. "I guess we could use our flippers to row back," he said. "But which way is home?" "Lift me up," said Rossi. She climbed onto Gasper's head, but she was still not high enough to see land. "Try jumping," she suggested, giving him a little nudge with her foot. Gasper jumped, and they both landed on the ice with a thud. "Need some help finding your way?" asked a snow patrol from above. "Oh, yes, please," called Gasper. "Which way is land?" "It's this way," called the snow patrol, flying high and above them. Gasper and Rossi used their flippers to row as hard as they could, but the current kept pushing them the wrong way. "Need us to give you a push?" asked an antic silverfish from below. "Oh, yes, please," called Gasper. The silverfish pushed the iceberg along until suddenly it became stuck. "We'll never get through here," exclaimed Gasper. "Need some help breaking through the ice?" asked a blue whale from the deep. "Oh, yes, please," called Gasper. With a huge flap of its tail, the whale smashed the ice and cleared the way. Gasper and Rossi bobbed along behind it, glad to finally be on their way back to safety. "Land ahoy!" squawked the snow patrol. "It's all been a great adventure," said Rossi, grinning. "We're just like real explorers." The sun shone brightly in the sky as Gasper and Rossi headed for home. "Hey, stick to your side, Captain," laughed Rossi as Gasper's tail feathers tickled her feet. "I'm right on the edge," grumbled Gasper. The two penguins turned to face each other in shock. The iceberg was getting smaller and smaller. "It's melting," shrieked Gasper. "We need to move faster." The silverfish swam quicker, and the blue whale helped to push. But the ice was melting too fast. "We'll have to swim from here," said Rossi. "You can do this, Gasper. I know you can. You were the captain after all." The silverfish started to cheer. "Gasper, Gasper, Gasper." Soon everyone had joined in, and Gasper began to feel braver. Gasper gulped, then with one big jump, he splashed into the water. "Brrr," he spluttered. "It's so chilly." "Use your flippers," shouted Rossi as she dived in over Gasper's head. "Whee!" said Rossi as she headed for home. Gasper flapped his flippers and followed nervously behind. It wasn't long before Rossi and Gasper were back home with their families. "You did it, Captain," said Rossi. "You got us through our most dangerous adventure yet." "I guess I did," agreed Gasper, feeling proud, "but I couldn't have done it without my trusty first mate." The end.